It is one of the most expensive, one of the rarest, and also most beautiful series motorcycles that we see here roaring round the racetrack. The Benelli Tornado Limited Edition. If this were a woman, she'd be called Carlo Bruni. Seductive, sonorous, and beyond any considerations of propriety. This is a bike to raise the rider's blood pressure with every twist of the throttle, to give goosebumps which last a long, long time after the ride is over. Something that sounds this good must inevitably look good too. The attractive packaging of refined technology. The Brembo stopper atop the Öhlin's upside-down fork is just one example. At the back, the exhaust cone is made of titanium. It weighs only 1.5 kilograms and delivers that infernal row. The vents are concealed behind two grills and deliver the air the radiator requires. The front suspension and cockpit array are configured with the same care for the tiniest detail. Details you can discover constantly, just standing and looking at the Tornado for hours. The three-cylinder Whirlwind is a real eye-opener. But enough of the hyperbole. Bikes are for riding. Now, on the Calafat track, it's time for the seductress to show what she can do. Even at low RPMs, the 898cc three-cylinder engine gives plenty of push. But the real kick comes above 6,000 RPM and goes on until 11,800 RPM is reached. Sudden application of the brakes makes the rear very light and calls for delicate handling. Subsequent acceleration sees the front wheel remaining in solid contact with the asphalt. The reason for this, a weight distribution of 111 kilograms on the front wheel, but only 98 on the rear wheel. And then there's the rider's weight too. In a very sporty posture, most of his weight is also sent forward. The Benelli needs only the slightest hint of steering to go into the curves, and it follows the rider's chosen line as if running on rails. Change of heading while leaned over or quickly alternating corners are no problem for the Tornado. The clutch is very responsive, but is possibly not quite as sensitive as it could be. Nevertheless, shifts up and down the 6 gears are smooth. The Tornado can be pushed easily to 270 kilometers per hour. A good performance considering there are only 136 horsepower available. The narrow front section of the bike helps in this regard, as does the positioning of the radiator under the saddle. The result is a big reduction in air resistance. The Benelli Tornado LE will be built in an edition of only 150 units. At a price of 36,000 euros, it would probably be difficult to find more riders willing and able to pay the price. A guarantee of exclusivity for sure. A seductive look, a voice you can fall in love with, a perfect form, quite a set of assets. Some minor quibbles, the insensitive clutch and the lack of shelter offered by the low windscreen. But with a bike like this, you don't waste time quibbling. After all, who cares if Carla Bruni wears high heels or flats?